Sometimes I don't recognize my mind. Sometimes I wonder if it's yours or mine. I never saw you cry, and I wonder if that's why. Sometimes go skipping my step, and a drink on my breath, and a cigarette, and I hope that's all you left.
I really want a glass of water, but the floor is wet. And I'm wearing socks. This is unfortunate. Excuse the weird angle, excuse the weird view. I was in the process of uploading all my clips from Monday when I realised I haven't actually introduced this vlog. So hey, welcome. I'm going to try and vlog solely from my phone because my camera is huge. So just bear with. But basically this week I want to be reading, oh, also my hair's really wet, that's why I keep playing with it. This vlog is going to be all about Shakespeare retellings and kind of, it's a practice for the next few weeks, because for the next few weeks I want to be reading books recommended to me by other booktubers and like reacting immediately, and this is kind of like the practice run, which is why it's chaotic. And I mean, it's chaotic because of who I am as a person, but just in general, expect this to be a train wreck. I was going to start recording Sunday and kind of like do the preamble intro, but then I fell asleep. And then yesterday was the first of the month and it was just crazy busy, and even today is being crazy busy, so I am going to have to kind of like rush through this. No, can't stand still. Don't know what you were expecting from me. So basically last night I finished Skullduggery, so now my sole focus for this week is just to read the Shakespeare retellings. I don't need to worry about anything else. That was the only one that I like had to finish this week, and I've done it. So my 3 retellings are thusly. So I started, basically As I Descended is a Macbeth retelling, but it's like as a contemporary mystery. I don't know if there's magic in it, but there might be. So I'm intrigued by this one, haven't started it yet, but we shall see. Obviously, These Violent Delights, everyone has seen everywhere. The next one is coming out this year. I'm very excited about it, just haven't read it yet. I might do this as an audiobook because, to be honest, with the others, I've only got to read like 50 pages a day to be on schedule. I'm already behind. Don't you worry about that. Anyway, whereas this one I've got to read 70 pages a day. For some reason, that extra 20 pages is just really daunting to me. I read about a page a minute, so that's a lot of time. That's 3.5 hours I've got to dedicate to this vlog every single day. And so far, Monday and Tuesday, haven't found the time. Bodes really well. So haven't started this one yet either. I have read 14 pages of this. This is Much Ado About Nothing. So this is a Much Ado About You retelling, where basically she has a really shit life because romances generally start that way, and then she discovers this little bookshop in the middle of nowhere and decides to work there, and it's called Much Ado About Books, and she falls in love with a farmer. So I'm quite intrigued, but like I said, I'm only 14 pages in, but at least I've started it. So yeah, gonna try and read them all and update at every like 50 or so pages, because then that should be a nightly recap. But as I said, I forgot to start it, so bodes really well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. I found a selfie stick. I don't know if it's mine. I just found it. And it's mine now. It's going to make vlogging a lot easier, because look at this decent distance that we're vlogging from now. Have I read anything since we last caught up? No. Is my room a mess? Yes. Try not to look at it. Look at these things instead. Look how pretty and organised this looks. So I'm not really enjoying Much Ado About You, just because it is such a tropey romance. At one point she describes the banter as being hilarious. It's not. Neither of them have any chat, so that's disappointing. But I'm going to start These Violent Delights because I think that's the one I'm most anticipating will be great. And if I am really slow reading it, then I'm going to try with the audiobook instead, because that is the one that I'm like intrigued the most by. So, I mean, considering Romeo and Juliet is my least favourite play of the 3, I do also need to read the plays at some point, so I will also do that, hopefully, before the next little catch up. But okay, it's 10 to 11 at night, and I only read 20 pages today out of the 180 pages I was supposed to read, so that's not great. But the 20 pages was of These Violent Delights, and I'm going to say it now, I think this is going to be 5 stars. It's got a really nice mix of like lyrical writing and like fantasy elements, and the fantasy elements are really dark and broody and gross, which I love, and like the characters are really compelling. But something that is noticeable in this one that I was lacking in Much Ado About You is that this actually feels like a Shakespearean retelling. Like the opening scene, if you're a fucking nerd and you've read Romeo and Juliet, like you can see beat for beat that opening prologue of Romeo and Juliet. Like it's really cleverly done, but it doesn't feel like, oh, it's just the same argument again. Like because you have this additional fantasy element, it just has that je ne sais quoi, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm really excited, and I did consider doing this one as an audiobook, but I think I am going to read it as a hardback. It will take me twice as long, but I think actually I will enjoy kind of digging into it a little bit more. So we'll see how I get on with As I Descended. I'm so behind because I am now officially 2 days behind, but I still have 4 days that I can try and cram all this in, so we'll see. But anyway, yes, very excited for this one. I will definitely be finishing this at some... Yes, I know. The baby started crying. So yeah, I will be finishing this at some point, whether it's this week or next week. I suspect this out of the 3 of them is going to be the one that I commit to the most. So I'm going to read basically until my eyes can no longer stay open, and then I'm probably going to try and find some reading time tomorrow. But until then, it's good night from us. Isn't it? It's bedtime. It's bedtime. Look at the baby. The baby has spotted something to kill. Anyway, see you later.
Sometimes I don't hold my rank, and most times I got you to thank. Oh, you know you're mine.
Did you know we have a stained glass window? Because we do. It is Thursday morning. I have just been to my business meeting, which happens every Thursday morning, so I am already exhausted, but I'm hoping that today will be pretty chilled and I'll actually be able to do some work and read. Didn't read anything yesterday except listen to my audiobook, which does technically count as reading, but wasn't any of the Shakespeare stuff. I read another 18 pages of These Violent Delights. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's going to have to work really hard for me not to give this 5 stars. Like, it just seems to flow really nicely. The writing isn't like pretentious, but it does have like this quite like lyrical lilt to it, which I really enjoy. I love the diversity of it. I think that's fantastic. The Russian stereotypes feel like stereotypes, but to be honest, it's not enough for me to be like mad about it. So yes, I have another meeting in a minute where I will be talking to a whole bunch of women about books, which is great. But then nothing in the diary except reading. So hopefully we'll actually get some done. But in the meantime, work.
There's energy in your tank, but I've got nothing left in mine. Sometimes I got a skip in my step, and a drink on my breath, and a cigarette, and I hope that's all you left.
Wow, nearly a minute of not blinking. That's disassociation. I'll be honest. It's been all of Friday. All of Friday has happened. And I didn't update you. And I didn't read anymore. I did write 5,000 words. But that means nothing to you because you don't care about that right now. And I can only apologise. So, tomorrow is Saturday. It is the last chance for me to squeeze as much Shakespeare reading into my day as possible. I also need to do the Familiars audiobook, one for the Lamentable Library book club that I've been invited to join. Very excited about that. But also because it's Mystery Inkathon, I'm gonna start that at midnight. So this hasn't been the most successful vlog thus far, in that I've done almost fuck all reading, but we still got tomorrow, and then I will put this all together Saturday evening and we'll see what carnage we have Sunday morning, which is probably when you're watching this. So it's taught me a few things. I've thought about how I'm going to spread out my reading next week and prioritising time when work just gets in the fucking way, because apparently work-life balance, I don't have it. So things to work on. I'm not quite as nervous about vlogging now, which is an upside, because I've done all of this on my phone. So if this doesn't look absolutely horse shit, we've got a new thing to do. But it has taken up so much time that I've filmed absolutely nothing else. So we need to work on that as well. Improvements to make. That's always a good thing. But anyway, I'm about to watch Ali's live unhaul, which I'm totally here for. So I'm gonna go enjoy that, and then I'm gonna read. I promise. I promise. Okay, it's 7:10 on Saturday. I've got that much left of the Familiars. I've been reading this for the Mystery Inkathon, but I have not attempted any more of the Shakespeare. What's really interesting is Shakespeare's referenced in this, which is just really funny. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. It's been a really interesting experiment trying to actually vlog when I've never been able to vlog properly before, or I've only ever done it over a weekend, etc. So like I said in the last clip, we have things to learn and we have things to improve, and I think I'm going to start the next week's vlog Sunday night and do a proper setup, discussion, and I also want to read the first 3 chapters of every book to decide which ones I want to commit to, because apparently I can't read that many books in a week. So I've been able to cram through this because, one, it's a really easy read, but also because I've been reading it alongside an audiobook, which obviously always makes stuff go quicker. So that has really helped. But yeah, I'm hoping that next week is not nearly as busy a work week either, because that also really hampered me a little bit. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you again next week.